Hello, you beautiful people. This is Michelle Reads a Lot of Fantasy, and I am back with another video. So if you like this video, hit the like, subscribe button down below. It helps my channel grow. And yes, I'm back with another video. Yes, it is the same day, except it's light out and people are doing yard work and stuff. So, I want to talk about. I'm not going to make this a long video because I can't do long videos on this account because I use my number over and over again. But I want to talk about Booktok, and it's like something that I really want to talk about on this channel because I am a big consumer of books. I mean, I've got a physical TBR of 130 some, no, 100, like 129 books, which I was at 133, now I'm down to 129, which is shocking itself. And I'm currently reading this book, but I know it's not fantasy, but I do have a lot of other genres that I want to go through, which does include fantasy. So, Booktok really exploded during the pandemic, and it is a subset of TikTok. You have horror talk, you have fantasy talk, you generally have, Booktok. And Booktok has seen a rise in a lot of women not only writing fantasy and other genres, but also also getting deals. And some of the books that are touted by Booktok are absolutely horrible. They are so horrible. And I guess this must be because I was born in a time period when we actually had good literature. That is like just me. It's just me. I did read a really good book called Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which they did turn into a movie. It's part of a trilogy. It's the first book. And I liked it. I liked Seth's additional content that he put in there. And it's known as a literary mashup. You put like, I don't know, like romance with horror, or like classical literature with horror and things like that. So that was a good book. That was a good book. I borrowed it from the library, and it was a really good book. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I'm actually going to buy it as my own copy, so I can go back and reread it if I want to, which I probably will. I'll probably reread it during the spooky season. But anyways, so Booktok has really like just exploded. And there's this whole thing of like, TikTok may get banned and stuff like that, and people are concerned about, they're not going to be able to reconnect with all the people that they have made friends with. And they actually have an app called Tome, which I am a member of, and they do a lot of like showing off like what books they got, and it's like Booktok, but without the threat of, it being shut down by the government. But I really believe that Booktok is definitely responsible for the over consumerism that has been plaguing the internet for 5 years now. And yeah, there were people that were doing book-based content prior to the pandemic. They were. But if you go and look at Booktok in general, it has like millions and millions of followers. And it amazed me. I mean, I had never, I hadn't heard of TikTok like the first 3 years that, 3 years after my mom passed and everything. So I just discovered it, and it was like, what the heck is this? Because I went to Barnes & Noble, this is one of the things about living, you're not with your parents anymore. Um, but I will say, get away from your mama the way that I got away from my mama is not good. It's not good. For people, piece of advice, if you're ever diagnosed being a diabetic, please do all you can to keep your blood sugar regulated. Please, it's sad. It's not good when you watch your parent basically not do what she has to do. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Anyways, so I went into Barnes and Noble and I saw this TikTok table and I'm like, what the heck is TikTok? And it was like Booktok, and I actually asked somebody. I said, what the heck is Booktok? And like, oh, it's a subset of TikTok. And that's how I got on TikTok. I like, for me, as much as I enjoy the recommendations, I have gotten to the point that the only site that really gives me good recommendations is like BookBub, Book something. I don't quite. Is it books? It's BookSent. It's BookSent. And then like Amazon will send me recommendations. So they do the same thing that Booktok does, except that their recommendations are more like curated. And there's this book coming out the 26th of this month called The First Witch of Boston. I was like, dang. If I get my first paycheck before that book comes out, I'm getting it. So it's about this woman called Margaret who basically finds herself being charged with witchcraft. And this was like during a time when like you could get charged and get executed for witchcraft. And then there's another one. I didn't really see any fantasy books that I really wanted, but I generally wait for the free ones to come along. So I was actually on Libby and I got this one, Her Majesty's Royal Coven. I'm on chapter 1, and I'm not going to hit play because I don't want to be hit with copyright strike, but I thought this was really interesting, and the initiation takes place on Pendle Hill, which is very much connected to like the Pendle witch hunts or witch trials. And there's a guy that actually does a great documentary about the Pendle witch trials. And yeah, it's interesting. And the idea that the initiation takes place at a site that is notorious is interesting. But what I like about it is like it's a British woman who's who's basically doing the audiobook. I'm like, okay, cool, I like it. So what is it about? It is about these sisters who one of them is like up there high in this particular coven that deals with like magical things and like monsters and stuff. And it's interesting that in this world, the founder of the order was Anne Boleyn, who actually was accused of being a witch and everything. So I thought that was an interesting kind of thing. But I just don't have the money right now to afford audiobooks, so I am actually going to just use the library until I can afford to get Audible again. But it's just like an interesting world, and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, that's another fantasy book that I'm currently going through. But yeah, so I mean, Booktok is great and everything if you're, if that's what you're interested in. But sometimes the best person is you, and I will, as much as as much as I enjoy the recommendations that Booktok gives me, I honestly make my own recommendations. I actually have found that by choosing books that I personally am drawn to, that I get some pretty good books. Now, not all the time, but at least I can say that the bad book that I got was not based on um, Booktok. But we don't know what's going to happen next month. They say next month TikTok's supposed to go away, or there's like conflicting things going on. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. So I will see you guys next time, and that will be tomorrow because I do have that video that I'm going to be uploading. I'll see you guys around.